Hi there, my name is Reece Carstens. I work for Community Keepers and I am the Business Development Manager at the organization. Fancy word for just saying I help cast vision in the organization and outward, and then I also just help with the culture. Operationally, I am a registered counsellor. What does that mean? That is someone that is a bit different to a psychologist, and we do similar things as a psychologist. For example, a psychologist can open their own practice, so can a registered counsellor. We can do individual therapy, group therapy, psychoeducation, all the things a psychologist can do. However, a psychologist can diagnose, we can't diagnose. A psychologist can do certain tests that we are not allowed to do. How do we do that? We work in schools, Monday to Friday. We service learners, educators, the ground staff, parents, through psychosocial tools such as counselling. We do developmental work as well. That's just saying we help run programs for preventative reasons. We do referrals. So if someone comes into our office and they're facing a crisis that we can't help with, we will refer them to an outside organization that's able to help them. Let's say you got a pain in your leg or you got a broken arm. You know what is causing that pain, so you'll go to the doctor will help you. But sometimes there's an emotion that you're feeling that you're not comfortable with, or you don't know how to describe it, or you don't know what's causing the discomfort within your emotions, or there's a type of thinking process that you have. You might have a negative way of looking at yourself. You might be anxious all the time. And I'm not talking about anxious for exams, because that's a natural anxiety. People get nervous, but I mean an anxiety when there's nothing to be anxious about. You're just nervous all the time. You have no reason why this could be happening in your life. That is where we come in. So a registered counsellor is someone that has studied for 4 years, have a 5th year in their honours, and is registered with the HPCSA. Care facilitator within our organisation is someone that has been trained from the community themselves. So they're not registered with a organizations such as the Health Professions Council of South Africa, but they have been trained and skilled within the organization, still with counseling tools such as how to listen, how to be empathetic, what signs to look for, what questions to ask, just to be someone that can hear. And because they're from the community, they know the themes that are relevant within the community. So for example, one community's theme might be teenage pregnancy, might be a big thing in the one community, whereas another community it might be drugs. The work we do is obviously very much mental health focused. So we work with social workers. So that could be in terms of Form 22. So now I'm talking about external social workers. So there's a difference between a social worker externally and a social worker internally within our organization. So the social worker internally is very much counsel driven. Social worker outside might be very much statutory driven. So they'll go to courts, they'll remove people from homes that are at risk. So that's the type of social workers we engage with. We also engage with educational psychologists. We engage with regional psychologists. We engage with government departments, NGOs. It's not that your affluent areas don't struggle. 100% they struggle with the same issues. But somehow poverty magnifies the issues in the poorer communities. And the reason for that is because there's no resources to help the person. There's no money to pay for the resources that individual needs. Maybe, let's for example say parents are going through a divorce. There's no money to pay for counseling to help the family. Or someone has lost their job, the only breadwinner. There's no money anywhere to help with the needs within the house. So the services that we provide is the counseling that will happen in the affluent areas for those people, but we provide it in the communities that can't afford it. The picture of my life at the moment was not like this 20 years ago. So I started in a community called Manenberg. So I started substances at the age of 15, carried all the way up till I was 25. So by 26, like in 1 year, I was in 4 rehabs in 1 year. I grew up in the poorest of poor areas. Later on in my life, I went to a more affluent area, but that didn't determine the decisions that I made to use drugs. They influenced it, but it was still my decision, because you're going to have 1,000 reasons to give up. No one's there for you, not enough money, the teacher doesn't like you, you're not smart enough, you're in the wrong school, you're born into the wrong family, wrong color skin, you're not tall enough, you're not short enough. 1,000 reasons to quit. But if you can find one reason to succeed and hold on to that, you have what it takes to accomplish more than you can ever believe right now.